Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Welcome to your reading for the full moon that is happening on Friday, the 6th of January, 2023. So this is happening at 6:08 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. I did put a chart calculator in the description box below so that you can find out what is the exact time that it is happening where you live. This is happening in Cancer. It's happening at 16 degrees and 22 minutes of Cancer. That means the moon is opposing the sun, also at 16 degrees and 22 minutes, but in Capricorn. This Capricorn sun is conjunct Mercury. So the exact conjunction of the sun and Mercury is actually going to be on Saturday, but what this means is that we've got the sun and the moon shining on Mercury, allowing for some information to come forward. So Mercury is in retrograde, just like Mars is in your sign retrograde. So these retrograde planets really have everything slowed down, and this is a chance to get some insight, get some information, and see what needs to be done next to do the next steps on something. You're going to get some relief though, Gemini. You're going to get some relief by the end of this month. I know things feel like it's been moving really, really slow and just been kind of bottling things up, but Mars is going to station direct in your sign on the 13th, so that's just next week. And then we have Mercury stationing direct on the 18th. And so by the time we get to that full moon that's happening in fellow air sign of Aquarius on the 21st, I think you feel a sense of relief, like things are finally starting to ease their way forward a little bit. And so for you, obviously the challenge has been making a big shift, a big change. Everything has felt pretty stuck and stagnant, and I do think that this full moon helps to get things moving a little bit for you based on the cards that I see here. So they're asking you, though, you're going to have to put in the effort, you're going to have to make the decision, you're going to have to make the choice. So when we're in the energy of the 7, which we are during 2023, this is the energy of really aligning our actions with our intention. So if you want something to change, you're going to have to make the effort. And it's really hard right now. I get that. I think that it'll be more like in the time frame of the following week after this full moon and Mars starts moving direct, that it gets a little easier to do this, and this energy this full moon carries out for a little bit. So I don't want you to feel super pressured that you have to do this on Friday, right? I do think though, with the energy that is going on Sunday, that there could be some serious ultimatums being given to people, and so that might be where you find the release and the energy just kind of explodes out there. So I would recommend that you're very confident in your decision-making process, that you know that this is really how you feel before you open up and say anything, because sometimes it's really hard to reel those words back in, right? And so be sure if you're going to be given any ultimatums this week that you're willing to live with the consequences of them, right? I've been on both sides of that equation in my lifetime. I've given an ultimatum and I had to follow through on it, and I was confident in my decision to do so. So I don't regret that choice. And then I was given an ultimatum, and I don't think the other party expected me to say, okay, fine, I accept your terms, and went my own way. And so they were a little shocked by that and a little disappointed. And so be really sure, okay? Be really sure that whatever you're saying this week, that you really mean it. I think that there's going to be some epiphanies and some downloads and some information coming in for you, and it should help you to crystallize what your vision is for yourself. But it's going to be really important. It's going to be really important that if you want to get this breath, the space in your life in which to sort out and figure out what's next, that you allow things to kind of flow, to start moving on their own time. So in the area of the obstacle, you have the card of release. You have the card of letting things go, of actually releasing. This is more of a surrendering energy, though. This is surrendering to the divine, to the plan. A lot of times a rejection is a redirection. And so we hold ourselves back when we're like, but I don't want to let this situation go. I don't want to let this relationship go. I don't want to let this job go. We can tell ourselves all the reasons why it seems like a really good fit, and we're trying to make things work together. And I think that the more that Mars has been sitting there doing this retrograde, it's been really jamming up, and it's not a nice flowing energy. It feels very, stuck and moving. And so it's almost like this full moon is kind of like putting the WD-40 on the gears to get things moving. And so if you allow things to move in a way that is very moving forward, I would say slow and steady. If you can avoid the big drama, I think you'll be happier. But sometimes, you know, the big drama needs to happen. So I'm not here to judge your situation, and I would ask you not to judge you either. And maybe you say, well, I want to do it this way, and it happens another way. You know, okay, well, I'll just do what we do. All right, so this year is the year of the 7, and here we have the card of the 7. Well, you really can't see that in this light. So it's really like it's a Buddha face, very spiritual, and this the lotuses, again, very spiritual flowers here. And so this is the energy of air for sure, which totally is your energy, right? And it says a deep breath, a genuine expectation of danger, projection of a threat without substance, fight or flight mode, and an ability to focus, trusting in the universe as a way to release fear. So the thing that it looks like you may be releasing here is fear, because we have here in the area of the obstacle, we have release. And in the area of advice, we have letting go. This is a 7 and this is a 7. We are in the year of the 7. And so over the course of this year for sure, and it might be that the things start getting in movement at this point. And the Spirit is trying to tell you not to worry. Okay? This thing that needs to be released, to be let go, should not be generating fear in you. I think it'll be a door opening, an opportunity coming in. It's the next stage in the phase in your life. It is part of your growth and overall redevelopment of your soul, redesigning. We're in this retrograde area. Allow yourself to reconfigure how you expect life to be moving forward, and open yourself up to, I want to say, almost to an unlimited possibility. Unlimited, right? Mars moving through your sign is going to really pick up some speed, and all these things that have been under review, you're going to get to see them, and you're going to say, oh, this is the opportunity, this is the opportunity. And I want you to really trust your process and move in the way that you're more comfortable moving, which has not been since October, with this very stagnant energy that's been running the show in your life. It's been, I feel like you've been feeling really stuck in the mud, and this is your opportunity to create something new and to move in a new direction. So this has this balancing of the yin and the yang on here. I'm just trying to find in here. Okay, so you see we've got the white bird of intention moving in one direction, and we've got the black bird of desire and intention moving the other way. So I'm sorry, this is action and this is intention. So what it is you really want on the inside is not in alignment at this point, and there's a need to release and let something go. So it says here, I opened up the wrong one again. I'm dyslexic, that happens sometimes. Okay. Letting go of a person or a situation can be a challenge. And in the challenge position, we have the release. So there's a situation. It's definitely challenging you. At times, what is at stake is not just the relationship or the situation. It is the attachment we had for it, the hopes, the dreams, the expectations. Many relationships end long past their natural ending point. One or both people hung on hoping things would change. They invested so much time because without that person or job or relationship, their future loomed up as one big blank screen. For many, this is too scary to bear. However, by letting go, we create space for a person or a situation that will resonate with us where we are now. Start looking at your expectations and try not to have any. This will enable you to live in the moment and be mindful in the present. To be able to gracefully release from a situation is a lesson for all of us. And so this deep breath is inviting you, this opportunity to allow yourself to open and allow the situation to unfold, to allow yourself to surrender to the divine and the divine plan, the one that your higher self has for your soul. And so a situation where it's almost like your shoes are too tight and it's time to go get some new shoes. There's a situation where there's something that does not fit anymore, probably due to your own spiritual growth and development or the lack of someone else's. It doesn't matter. Change is necessary and it's coming. But I think that if you make peace with the idea of the change happening and you allow things to unfold, and stop trying to stop them, or that the situation just naturally starts to open up and start moving forward because the planets start moving forward. Your ruling planet, then Mars being stuck in your planet, I think that you'll find that that works really well for you. So your crystal, Gemini, you have the rhododendite. I really feel like this year has a lot of potential for positive movement forward for you. I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you to instead be willing to put one foot in front of the other. I think that when we get to the summer solstice right after the end of your season, right after that, the North Node moves out of Taurus, which is really slow moving and grounded and stuck and not really great energy for Gemini, into fiery, let's get things going, let's get things moving, Aries. And air feeds fire. And I do think that you're going to find the second half of the year is when things start picking up and start feeling better for you. So this rhododendite says, my mental and emotional bodies are balanced. I attract nurturing people. So whatever you're releasing is a situation that you don't feel nurtured. Whether it's a job where you don't get promoted, a friends group where you don't get any recognition for being an important part of the friends group, or something a little more intimate and personal. Release heartache, grief, and sorrows of past relationships. Encourage lightheartedness and joy. Restore the balance of confidence and emotion. Believe in yourself and believe in your goals and your dreams, and try to create that target and choose actions that are in alignment so that you don't have these birds moving in the opposite direction, but instead, like the chariot, where it shows both horses moving in the same direction with a singular goal, our actions and our intentions are aligned through sheer willpower this year. You will get there. All right? You guys take really good care of yourself. I'm going to link right here and in the description box below your video for this week. So be sure to check that out if you haven't done so already. I'm on Facebook every day, and Sunday nights at 7:30. I do a premiere video, and we covered Venus moving into Aquarius, which I think is really going to be key for you this year. And so be sure to check that out. I would love to see you over there. We do a live chat. So you guys take really good care. You won't be seeing that. That's already come out, actually, by the time this video comes out. So I do want to encourage you. I don't know what I'm doing for next Sunday, but I do it every Sunday night at 7:30, and the chat's always a lot of fun. So come and join us. All right? You guys take good care. I'll talk to you soon.